This is your morning brief for Wednesday, March 6th. YoY post earnings beat, and the shares are up 13% yesterday. This is a small $5.2 billion market cap Chinese streaming video company. So I don't expect a lot of people to hear from it, but we're reporting on it because it's in our model small cap portfolio. We just shot a video on it. Go watch that one. I'll give you a few details here, though. Streaming revenue was up 30% and now accounts for 95% of the total revenue. Great little company, not without risk, though. Number one, Chinese just right away. I mean, that puts risks on. People don't always trust the reporting, including myself. Also, the trade wars over there. I mean, China's just wild, wild swings as well. Just can just be a good company, but can have wild swings. Anyways, competition. I mean, there's all the normal stuff, but add a layer with China in there, and you get yourself a risky stock. So I don't want to declare victory. We're always trying to be very honest. It's up 13%. We do own it in our small cap models, and of course it's a win. But we're honest. We're also in it much higher. We got caught up in when the trade wars and when the market was hurting. We kept holding on, and we didn't hold it all the way to the bottom. So we did miss a big chunk of the move down, and we did buy in pretty good at pretty close to the bottom. So that was good. But we did, we took a big hit from where we bought it the first time. And we're trying to be honest, because that's real trading, right? We're not perfect. We're just very good. Okay. GE still facing headwinds to cash flow in 2019. This should not be a huge surprise to anybody. But if you've been following the shares, they've been killed the last year and a half. But this year they've actually rebounded. So you may be thinking, oh, it's great, everything's fine again. Well, no, it's not. It's these things take time. I've done many turnarounds, and they are very difficult. The timing, you can get them right and be vastly rewarded, but you can also get them wrong and just lose half your money in a heartbeat. So GE, it's a great American icon, of course, but they're still warning, which actually makes it, I think, better. I think it's better than saying all clear. I'm always leery when somebody says all clear. So so GE still facing headwinds. They announced that, by the way, at the JP Morgan Aviation, Transportation and Industrial Conference. Okay, the FDA approves Johnson & Johnson's nasal spray to treat depression. Believe it or not, this marks the first new treatment for depression in over 30 years. Now, I don't know what their definition of new is, but I'm suspecting it means, it's a nasal spray as opposed to an oral. I mean, there's been lots of oral drugs to treat depression. But they are saying first new treatment in 30 years. Okay, that's interesting. This is not without its side effects. It's actually a very similar drug. It's been used recreationally, so they're careful on how they're administering this. It's in the doctor's office only. Certainly, it makes sense to me if it's a recreational drug that it's good for depression. I don't know. What do I know? Anyways, FDA approves nasal spray for depression from Johnson & Johnson. Okay, Trump wants a trade deal with China soon. This guy cannot negotiate his way out of a wet paper bag. I mean, read an article on this, and it's palpable how desperate he is, which is the worst thing you can do in a negotiation. I mean, do you think the Chinese can't read the same article I just read? He really wants to get a deal done because he's afraid the stock market will come down if it doesn't. He thinks it'll get a pop if it does. It's his advisors are telling him that. Of course, we all know that. I think it's all, I said yesterday, I think it's priced in. But yes, there's going to be an effect. If this delays, yes, it'll hurt the market. It will. I think we're at the point where getting a deal done will not actually pop the market anymore. I mean, I think everyone thinks it's going to get done. So the risk is on the downside. But the point is, he's telegraphing it. He completely gave away his hand in a major negotiation, and he's supposed to be the negotiator in chief, the top negotiator in the world. And he in Yahoo News or whatever, not just Yahoo, but everywhere, he's stating his desperation to get a deal done. And he's also afraid even if it drags on, that'll hurt his election, which is the real reason he doesn't really care about a deal with China. He cares about re-election. And I can't believe he's this explicit, I guess, about putting his position out there it's not a good negotiating tactic. All right, enough about Donald Trump. That's your morning brief for Wednesday, March 6th. We'll see you tomorrow.